In this video, we're going to talk about class selectors. Class selectors are simply names preceded by a period, and we can create a selector that we can reuse over and over on our web page. The name can be applied to any HTML element that we might have. We can use it for multiple instances, even on different kinds of instances. It has to be applied in the start tag of the element on a web page in order to be used. And classes can be dependent or they can be independent. And we're going to start with independent classes. So let's talk about the rules for a class name. A class name can only contain alphabetic or numeric characters. It has to be one word. It should describe the purpose of the class. It should be obvious from the class when it's applied what it's for. And it shouldn't necessarily be things like red color, because if something's important, you might want it red color now, but if you change your theme, maybe you want your important things to be a different color. So don't actually use like color names. If it's important, actually, let's make one. We'll call it .important. So this is my class name, .important. And I can specify styles for this class. So let's make this class say important things should be color, red, and let's do font style, italic. Okay, so we have this independent class called important that specifies anything that's labeled as important should be colored in red and should be italicized. Okay. Now let's go over let's save that. Go over to our, this is a sample page that I'm using for this. Let's go over here to our text. Let's make next look at this. That's a H3. We can come in here and we can say class equals, and in quotation mark, equals. And inside quotation marks, we can specify the name of the class. We called it important. Okay, so it's in the start tag. We specify what class we want to apply to this particular, in this case, it's an H3. Save it. And now, next look at this has red text and it's italicized. But also maybe this paragraph down here, maybe that's important too. So we can come down and use it on a paragraph if we want. Let's do class equals quotation marks important, and save it. I think I might have two copies of my thing loaded here. Be a lowercase I probably. And then we can see this paragraph becomes red and italicized because it also has this class applied. So it's a reusable formatting that we can use multiple places on our page, unlike an ID, which can only be used one place on your page. So if you want to use the same formatting multiple places, you can create a class for that. So that's an independent class, and that's what you see most of the time. But you can also do dependent classes. So let's go over here and make this a dependent class. If I put something in front of it like P, and I'll save it and refresh. So this says my important class can only be applied to paragraphs. So it's limiting what I can apply this important to. So you see immediately, even though my HTML here, even though my HTML still has class equals important, it doesn't get it because this is not a paragraph. So that's it. That's the basic of classes. This is a dependent class. This is an independent class.